Hello, you guys. Hello, how are you? Well, I hope you have seen my videos and that you have understood everything I wanted to transmit and to explain to you. Um, I could only mark Martina's work, and it was pretty good. And I have printed all the rest, and I will mark it tomorrow and send it back as soon as possible. Bien, to continue with reported speech, second class, today we're going to talk about reporting verbs. So, as we have said before, we started with the tenses, how to report tenses. This is what we have been doing. We learned that simple present changes into simple past, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, simple past to past perfect as well. We talked about how to report some modal verbs, for instance, have to, which turns into had to, must into had to, will by would, can could. Also some expressions like here by there, now by then. Some other things like, for instance, when I have this and that as the subjects, which they change into it. If I say, for example, this is cool, she said that it was cool. Or if I have this or that or these and those followed by a noun, they should change into the plus the noun and the changes in the verbs. Yes, we also learned how to report questions, the WH questions or the yes no questions, and how to report orders or commands. And this is what we are going to do now. That is to say, I explained the reporting, or how to report tenses, because this is the basis from what we are going to learn today. In the first place, we have to learn what reported speech is and how to make the changes with the tenses. The second point, and this is the one you will have to pay attention in the exam, is to report the verbs. That is to say, you will have to identify the situation and identify what it is. Is it an order? Is it is it somebody complaining about something? Is it a promise? Is it an offer? What is it? What the situation is? And once you identify that, what you have to do is to write the correct verb. For example, if it is an order, you will say she ordered. If it is a warning, well, she warned me or us. If it is a promise, so she promised. If it is an offer, so she offered, and so on and so on and so on. But the thing is that the verbs, these new verbs that I will tell you now, they have certain pattern and they change. And you have to remember the pattern. This is the way you will be required to do the reported speech in the first certificate examination. A ver si lo explico mejor con ejemplos y vamos viendo one by one. Bien, acá yo les puse algunos de los ejemplos, a ver si se ve. Let's see. Vamos a comenzar. Vamos a reporting verbs. Now, the first case, verb plus to, infinitive. This is the way I should report, to or not to. Este ya lo saben. Lo saben con otra cosa, pero lo saben. So, I identify the situation. It could be agree, offer, promise. To do something or not to do something. For instance, somebody says, yes, I will do it. Lo pueden transformar de las dos maneras. As we said before, she told me she would do it, changing will by would, as we did it the previous class. Or identify the situation, which is in this case a promise, yes? And I use this verb, promise. So I say, she promised to do it. And the same happens with, a ver qué otro tengo acá. For instance, suppose that my husband says, I will take the children to the zoo. So I can say, my husband told me he would take the children to the zoo. Or I can say, my husband offered, because it was an offer, yes, to take the children to the zoo. Do you understand? So I identify the situation and I use the correct verb. These three verbs take this form, to plus infinitive. Todo esto está, les voy a explicar, en las páginas 174 y 175 del Student's Book. Yo les voy a mandar escaneado para el que no tiene. Esto lo resumí acá, ¿sí? En el libro, una sola cosa les digo. Les dicen infinitive. A mí me gusta llamarlo to infinitive. Porque el infinitive para mí es el bare infinitive, el que es el infinitive solo, sin el to adelante. Así que yo lo voy a llamar to infinitive. Esa es la única aclaración. Bien. Vamos al second group. When what I have to identify, a ver si ahí se ve, ahí está, es advise, remind, order, persuade, warn. Esto ya los venimos usando, lo usaban como order. And they said the teacher ordered me, for instance. The pattern is verb, object, me, him, us, them, her, to or not to plus infinitive. So, for example, suppose that, no sé, the police officer says, don't walk on the ice. So I can say the police officer ordered us not to walk on the ice, or the police officer warned us not to walk on the ice. I am identifying the situation. What is that? Is that a promise? No. Is it an offer? No. It is a warning. It is an order. Yes? So that's why I use this pattern. I write the verb in the past, object to or not to plus the infinitive. Okay? Point number 3. No sé si se ve, supongo, espero que sí. De acá. It is the one that the verbs are followed by a preposition and a noun or an ing verb. The verbs are accuse of, admit to, apologize for, complain about. For example, if I say, suppose that the mom says, you boys have made such a mess. So I can say, what is mom doing? A ver, I identify the situation. Well, mom is complaining, or mom is, yes, she's complaining about the mess. So mom complained about the mess, and I am using the pattern complain plus object plus noun. The mess is a noun. Or mom complained about having made such a mess, or the boys having made such a mess. You understand? I'm sorry I took your pencil. I'm sorry. I am apologizing for that. So, Tom apologized, or somebody apologized for taking my pencil, or for the mistake, or for the confusion. Yes? So I use apologize for ing verb or apologize for the noun. This is the fourth pattern o third pattern. Entonces, para resumir hasta ahora tenemos verbs plus to infinitive or not to infinitive, verbs plus an object, to infinitive or not to infinitive, verbs plus a preposition with a noun or with an ing form. And then number 5 or 4, no, es 4 esta, es verb plus a noun or plus ing form without the preposition.